this video is going to be the most important video that you will watch. Were there times when I wanted to quit? Of course. There was honestly building a business, and for those of you who are business owners, building it from the ground up, you know that it is an emotional roller coaster. You go you go to places where you didn't think you were going to take yourself, and it is not easy. I could tell why I could see why most people quit. Starting is one thing, right? But staying consistent and continuing to grow your business, your agency, whatever it is, that's like the challenging part. And it doesn't matter what step you're at, whether you're in the beginning stages, the middle stages, or the end stages, you're going to be facing obstacles every single part of the way. There's going to be obstacles, there's going to be challenges. I want to share with you how I've been able to stay motivated throughout my entire journey. I've had my agency since November of 2018, so it's been 113 plus 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's been 20 months. It's almost been 2 years and 4 months. That'll mark our 2-year being in business. But in this video, I think this video is going to be the most important video that you will watch, because this video right here is going to help you build that foundation and help you prepare mentally to actually build your business, because now you're going to know exactly what it's going to take and what it's going to feel like and things like that. And I get the question all the time, Jordan, how do I stay motivated? I put it off for a couple weeks. I put it off for a couple months. How do I stay consistent? How can I stay, on the right track, pretty much? And so I want to share with you, I don't know if it's a secret. I don't think it's a secret, but I'm going to share with you how I stay motivated, and I think this is going to work for you as well. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you give it a chance and actually give it a try, and then let me know how you feel and if it makes any difference and if it has helped you at all. So my biggest secret to staying motivated and just wanting to keep stay humble and continue to keep wanting to grind and growing the business, doesn't matter if you're beginning, middle, or wherever you're at, right? You could be scaling to 3 figures, 4 figures, 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures. It doesn't matter. If you want to stay motivated, you want to get motivated, here is the trick that I do. Step number one is, I'm going to go ahead and minimize myself here so that you guys can see my screen. All right, so that's not step number one. Step number one is go to youtube.com, right? And YouTube is probably like the number one spot to go and look for anything. So, while I was going through my journey and trying to build up my agency and things like that, I had a lot of doubts. I was uncertain about a lot of things. I didn't know whether this was going to work or not. I honestly didn't, right? And it's you may be feeling this way too. A lot of people who are doing something different, starting something new, stepping out of their comfort zone to do something new, you're going to feel this way. You're going to have some type of doubt to a degree where you don't know if this is really going to work out, right? I get that all the time. Jordan, I'm 18 years old, or Jordan, I'm a college student. I don't know if I can actually do this, right? And that's where you're stepping out of your comfort zone. And then when you do make that next move and actually start building your business, you still have a lot of doubts. You don't know if this is going to work. You put in 3 months, 6 months, 12 months of work, and you saw 0 results. Well, this is exactly what I did my entire 6 months of grinding every single day and saw 0 results. If you saw my video on my journey to building my 6-figure agency, you know that I've worked on my agency for 6 months straight without getting paid, without $0, 0 results. So this is what I did to stay motivated, right? So now from here, we're on youtube.com. This is really important. This is what I want you to type in motivational speech, right? Just motivational speech. You can type in different names if you want to hear specific people, but I normally just go motivational speech or inspirational speech, motivational speech, or motivational inspiring stories. You can hear stories and speeches. It doesn't matter, guys. The point is, search up something motivational, inspiring. Look for the video with the most views. Usually it's usually in the millions. So for example, I've already watched this video, as you could tell, but I like to usually go for the longer ones, like 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. And this honestly kept me, on track. It really did. It might sound really weird to you, but it works. And so what I did every single day and I still do it today. I'm not saying that I used to do it. I still do it today, just to stay motivated and keep my mind sharp and, just staying on task pretty much. But what I used to do back then when, had so much uncertainty of whether this was going to work or not, I used to go to the gym every single day, every single morning. I would wake up. I didn't even think about it. Wake up early. Don't even think. Just go straight to the gym. If you have a gym at home, great. If you don't have a gym pass or a gym, go for a walk. If you're working around the house, pick a video. Like I said, pick a video with a lot of views, and just let it play. Some days you'll pay more attention to it. Some days you might be too busy with something else, and just let it play in the background. Let it plant its seeds inside your head. And this, guys, alone, just give it a try for 1 week. I promise you, you're going to be motivated. And the reason why it works so well is because when you listen to these speeches and stories and stuff like that, these videos consist of, it comes from, lines from famous movies. There's people who are motivational speakers. There are, some people share their stories of how they grew up and then how they got to where they're at. And when you listen to other people's stories, what they had to go through to get to where they're at now, you start to think that, whatever you're going through right now isn't that bad. Like, at the time when I was going through the business, I obviously didn't know if it was going to work out, but after listening to what other people had to go through, what their stories were like growing up, and what they had to endure throughout life to get to where they're at to be successful today, it kind of changes your perspective, right? It actually humbles you, number one. And then number two, it makes you think that, hey, it's actually not that bad at all. I just got to just keep continuing. And just listening to these speakers, they're going to really motivate you to continue to work at whatever it is that you're working on. It doesn't have to be a digital marketing agency. It's just, success in general, success at life, right? And so I really recommend you, watch these videos. It's, the 5 million. I've watched probably most of these videos. Like I said, I watch it every single morning when I work out. I don't even listen to music anymore. Listening to these speeches and stories and like that, it motivates me to work out even harder, to be honest with you. So I've cut out all the music when I work out, and I just listen to strictly motivational speech. If you can listen to this first thing in the morning, that's probably the best time to play it, just because it sets you up for the rest of the day to be motivated and just continue to work hard on whatever it is. But yeah, so this is what I totally recommend. Just leave it in the background. If you're working on around the house, just leave it on in the background. Let it plant its seeds inside your head. And this is how you're going to build, a mindset that is going to overcome things. So when you're working on anything, right, when you set out on this journey, you're going to face a ton of challenges and obstacles, things that, you're going to get to your limit, right? There's going to be a certain threshold where you're going to meet it, and from there you're either going to go past that, or you're going to be stuck there, and eventually you're going to quit because you're not seeing any progress. So by building up your mindset, just listening to these stories and stuff like that and speeches, it really prepares you mentally. And I believe it really helped out as far as my mindset and things like that, for me to be able to overcome things. Like I said, it might sound really weird, but it might sound new to you or whatever, but give it a try. Give it 1 week of try. Just listen to it every single morning, whether it's your drive to work, right? I know some of you guys, have work 9 to 5 and you're not at home, or the first thing isn't going to the gym for you, right? Just whenever you have the chance to be alone, or you don't even have to be alone, but whether you have time, whenever you have time to just play something in the background, I would highly recommend you listen to one of these videos, and then just find your favorite speaker. Like my favorite speaker is probably Denzel Washington. I love his story, right? Denzel Washington. I love his story. I love how he got to where he is now. Steve Harvey is another great person. I loved his story. Listening to how he became got on television. He was once homeless. So I mean, the man was once homeless, didn't have any money. Same with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He had $7 in his pocket, and now he's one of the biggest movie actors in America, or in the world, I should say. Right. And so it's crazy when you hear how these people, what they had to go through. He went through depression. His mom wanted to kill herself. Right. And so when you listen to these things, you're just like, wow, that's crazy. And it, like I said, number one, it humbles you. Number two, it really motivates you to continue to work hard. And I love it. I really enjoy listening to these speeches. I enjoy listening to these people, and I'll listen to it over and over. I watch the same video if I like it, but there's a ton of stories out there. Everyone has a story. Everyone has a journey that, where they start at someplace crazy, and their destination maybe was unsure. They didn't have a destination, but they knew that they wanted to get out of their current situation. And that's probably you. You're probably in a situation where you're not satisfied with, yet you're so comfortable because it's become a routine. It's become a habit for you to get up and go to work every single day, come home, eat, hang out with the family, and just, rest and call it a day, right? Because you work your 9 to 5. But, everyone has different situations, right? Everyone has their own obstacles and challenges. And so it's really up to you to overcome that and figure out a way for you to step out of your comfort zone. And you're going to have doubts. You're going to have people that don't believe in you. You might not believe in yourself in the beginning, but no matter what, you just got to keep that ball rolling, right? No matter what, you just got to keep that needle moving every single day. Just do that next thing. A lot of people think about all the work that has to be put into to get this successful business, or whatever it is that you're working in, relationship, it doesn't matter, right? But in my example, I'm going to use my digital marketing agency. When you think of building a digital marketing agency, you think about, oh, I gotta do all these outreach every single day. I gotta do X amount of cold emails, cold calls, whatever it is, and then I gotta deliver results. But guess what? I don't know how to deliver results, right? And then once you learn how to deliver results, I'm not old enough, or my English speaking skills isn't good enough. You come up with a ton of excuses, right? Like, oh, I have work, I have school, I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't this and that, right? Everyone has their own challenges. Everyone has their own obstacles. It's up to you for you to stop making those excuses and step out of your comfort zone and find solutions instead of coming up with excuses. So come up with solutions instead of telling yourself the same excuses. And this right here is going to set a foundation for you to build that mindset for you to be able to overcome anything. So just give it a week, and if you enjoy it, continue it. I continue it still today. It's been, almost 2 years now. And, every single morning I just pick a random video with the most views. I just search up motivational speech, and sometimes I'll throw in, my favorite speaker or something like that, whoever I'm feeling that day. And, they have different stories, different types of video. Like there's workout videos if you want to listen to Arnold Schwarzenegger give his motivational speech. And there's just a ton of people. There's people who's been in the army and they talk about things. So it's really cool, really great. I highly recommend you just give it a try. Eric Thomas is a great motivational speaker. Eric Thomas, he's a great motivational speaker. I've listened to this video, How Bad Do You Want It? So yeah, guys, let me know, if you guys are currently doing this. Let me know if it works for you. Come back in a week. Let me know, put in the comment section. Let me know if this has helped you. I highly, highly, highly recommend you give it a try if you're not already doing it. And so this is exactly how I've stayed motivated throughout my entire journey. And this is how I continue to stay motivated to continue to build your agency, not being comfortable, not being complacent, right? We're always looking to improve because happiness comes from progress, when you see progress, that's when you are at your happiest, right? People who aren't seeing progress, they're not satisfied, or they might be happy at first, but once it's the same thing over and over, right? There's no progress in it. You get bored of it, right? So there's always room for improvement, and you always want to grow, and you're gonna need a mindset, a good, powerful mindset to continue to grow whatever it is that you're growing, to be better at whatever you want to be better at. So let me know. This is, like I said, this is probably the most important video for you to actually become successful and in whatever it is that you want to do, right? So if this video was helpful, give me a big thumbs up. It would super help with the YouTube algorithms. Subscribe to the channel if you want to learn how to start and grow your agency. All the links are in descriptions for resources and things like that if you want to check that out. And as always, give it a subscribe. I think I said that already, but I'm gonna say it again. Make sure you subscribe so we can hit that 1,000 subs. I'm close to it, about less than 100 now. But yeah, so hopefully this video was helpful. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.